You're listening to Not the Sermon with Eric and Jamie.
All right, what's up, everybody? Sermonots.
You're just pointing at me. I don't know what you want me to do.
Well, I thought you might think of the fact that, listener, I lost my voice earlier this week. You may remember last episode, Phoenix had lost his voice. And then Eric said to me, "You're next, Jamie." Do you remember that, Eric?
Yeah, I put a curse on you.
Yeah, what kind of, warlock, occult word curse are you speaking over me, bro?
The good kind. There's no other kind.
Man, that's tough. That's tough. Well, that means that Phoenix, the lead tech here at the church, who we sometimes call Falcon, he's not here.
Can you give us a call?
I don't think I can, dude. I think I won't be able to talk.
Throw your voice out this time.
So he's not here. Phoenix isn't here. And so we mentioned this last time Phoenix was gone. And actually, it is my fault he's not here because we had to delay recording.
Yeah, Jamie was a little punk and he's like,
"I don't have a voice. I can't do the podcast."
And I was like, well, what do you have, Jamie?
What
are you bringing to the table in this relationship, if not your voice?
Yeah, what good are you?
And so we had to postpone it to a different day.
But technically, it's Phoenix's fault because I got this germ that caused laryngitis from him.
I will say that, listeners, you will be getting a podcast fresh out of the oven, though, because the turnaround time on this is going to be like a day and a half before it has to be out. Yeah. So we're here, but we do have someone in Phoenix's stead. So a couple weeks ago, you guys heard me mention someone who is going to be known as Beef on this podcast. Beef. I talked about how he's one of the elders at our church, and he's one of the funniest dudes that I know. And he just so happened to be available this morning. So let's give it up for Beef.
What's up, Beef?
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
What's going on, dude? We're gonna see how long it takes us to mention his real government name on the podcast.
Well, here's what's funny. What were we gonna say?
My real government name is Beefery G. Beefkins.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Mr. Beefkins.
Yes.
People need to know. Beef and I almost said your name.
Yeah. See, we're gonna see how long this goes. Beef and I.
Beef and I were college roommates. And he knows way more about me. That's why I keep him so close, because he could destroy me.
He is he is college buddy.
Yeah, he was college roommate. I mean, I met him my freshman year in college. We roomed together, I think from sophomore year on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he told me not to marry the woman I married. I mean, all kinds of wonderful.
I didn't say anything about marriage. It was dating.
All kinds of wonderful memories.
She's crazy.
With Garrett. Oh gosh, I said his name.
Beef.
With Beef. But here's the thing.
Bleep it out in post.
Here's the
I was
thing.
about to say, I have that.
You can bleep it. He has so many nicknames. I mean, Beefery G. Beefkins was one of them. Yeah. Beef. Do you remember Grimace?
Yes. Grimace. Were you the original Grimace Shake? Call back to episode 1.
Yeah.
But there were a lot of nicknames going on back then. So anyway, Beef. Glad to have you, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm glad to be here.
So you listen to the podcast?
Every week.
He's also our fact checker, too. I get a text from him at about Monday at 9 o'clock saying, hey, you said this, but it's actually not that, but just wanted you to know. He also,
I've only done that twice.
You were trying to gaslight me last week about that Martin Lawrence movie?
Yeah.
Where he was a knight. That does exist, because Beef texted me that morning and said, Black Knight, which is the name of the movie.
See, I didn't say it didn't exist.
Yes, you did.
Yeah,
I feel like you're gaslighting me now. Jamie.
All
right.
Don't do that.
All right. Edward, can you pull up the tape real quick? Oh, wait. There's no Edward.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah. I was about to say. You fooled me. Where is Edward? So. Oh, also shout out to my beautiful wife. It is our 10-year anniversary today. Let's go. True love does exist. I love you, baby. Circa 2011 is when we started dating. So we've been together about 14 years, and then married for 10. So shout out, Sierra, I love you.
So what's the plan? You gonna go carve your name in a tree or something?
Yeah, we're gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna go. Just like the good old days. We're gonna go do some drugs, and then we're gonna. No, I'm just kidding. Now we're gonna go out to eat tonight. It's funny, because you guys. How long have you been married to Tiff?
It'll be 26 years in a couple weeks.
26 years, and then Caroline.
Almost 22.
Almost 22 years. So
wait, you get to say Caroline's real name?
Oh, whoops. I mean,
Mrs. Beef.
Mrs. Beef.
Can we call her Pork?
Yeah.
If it's beef?
I don't know if she would like that one.
Chicken?
Salami.
Sure, chicken.
Grouper?
Yeah, Grouper. There we go.
Grouper.
How long have you been married to Miss Salmon?
almost 22 years.
That's awesome. So yeah, it's cool being surrounded by a bunch of people who've been married this long too. Hey Jamie, there's a mic there, dude. You're just off.
I just hit my head on the mic.
His best friend, Jamie's best friend from school is here, and he's just all giddy.
I'm so nervous.
He's so nervous. So yeah. So how are you enjoying the podcast, Beef?
I love it. I really do. It is. I mean, of course, knowing Jamie for as long as I've known him, we kind of share the same sense of humor. So
that's unfortunate for you.
That is a little bit unfortunate, but I get a lot out of it. The humor, plus you throw in just enough theology and everything to make it very interesting.
And here's the problem, though. I know that you're faithful to things that often fail. You're a Miami Hurricanes fan.
Hey, we're having a good year this year.
You're back, right?
We're back.
Just like you were back last year? No, just kidding.
Every single year they're back.
So cool.
But they really are this year so far.
They are doing well this year.
So far, so good.
That's good.
Yeah, we've enjoyed having you on here. Thank you.
Awesome. Good deal. Well, you guys should know Beef might fact check us. He might fact check us.
He might fight us too.
He might fight us. Beef. So when we were in college, I actually drove him to a Jeopardy. You remember this?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
a Jeopardy tryout because he is the king of useless knowledge. Now, if you ever need something that's helpful, don't call him. But if you need useless facts, Beef is your guy.
Like Black Knight.
Did you get to meet Alec Trebek?
I saw him in a room one time.
Oh, let's go.
Well, that's the same thing.
Dude, Jeopardy, goofs are the funniest. Like seeing Alec Trebek curse, like when he messes something up, it's so funny. Because he's so proper on TV, so.
Or seeing him roast contestants.
Yeah.
It's always good.
That's awesome. So y'all went to college together. So y'all didn't know each other before that, though, right?
No.
So where are you from originally?
Florida.
Florida-ish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Panhandle.
Okay, nice. And so y'all both went to school where?
Sanford University, baby.
Oh, let's go. Shout out Bulldogs. Come on. And so y'all roomed together for 3 years.
Yeah.
Y'all have probably seen parts of each other that no other person has seen, both figuratively and literally.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Yep. That stuff happens sometimes. and Beef had to learn I am not a morning person.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
And he wakes up talking.
Uh-huh.
I used to.
Yeah.
I used to wake up talking.
Well, I haven't woken up with him in a while. But yeah, I remember one time in particular, man, you were just going 90 to nothing, just talking to me.
I remember that.
And then he finally stopped. And he looked at me. What did you say to me? You were like,
you don't talk much in the morning, do you?
You don't talk much in the
like
morning.
That.
And I was like, what was your first clue, man?
Is the crusties in your eyes?
But yeah, dude, we would stay up all night and play GoldenEye tournaments. Yeah. N64, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff. Good times.
That's awesome. So who was the messy roommate?
Probably me.
Yeah. I mean, we're both pretty messy, but compared to him, I'm not as bad.
Who was the stinky roommate?
Garrett.
Also the stinky, self-admittedly,
again,
the stinky roommate.
I used his real name. I can't not do it.
I didn't even think about it.
I didn't either. Yeah. It's okay.
Well, welcome to the podcast, Garrett.
Oh,
here you go. This is going to be good.
Is that where I'm at?
Yeah. This is going to be good. I can already tell. Like, am I going to have to separate you two? You guys are being ridiculous right now. Put that down. Get that out of your mouth, Garrett.
What we talking about?
All right, so it's time for, we haven't done this segment in a couple weeks. And I don't know if we can even harmonize. Or do you want to even attempt it with your voice?
I want to attempt it because I want to hear how bad it's going to be.
Okay, so we are getting into Shady Theology, which has been kind of our more popular segment here on the podcast. And what we do is we take common beliefs about God, theologies, popular theology that's just a little bit shady. It's just a little bit off. It might have some truth to it, but it's also lacking some aspects which make it shady. And so we're going to do a hopeless attempt at a 3-part quartet, which is not
us and Jesus.
It's a paradox.
I feel like Jesus is going to flee the room.
Jesus is singing with us here. Let me go ahead and hit that note.
Can you give me my note again?
Yeah, Shady Theology.
Okay.
Right. And I'll do, what part do you want to do, Eric?
I'll just do the low, like, na. I'm doing that.
Yeah, then do Shady Theology.
Okay, Shady Theology.
Yeah, I'll go Shady. Yeah.
Right.
Shady.
So that means you have to kick it off.
No, he does. Garrett does.
Oh. Shady Theology.
That was really bad.
We got there at the end, but it took a little bit.
It took a little bit.
Good job. Good job, Beef.
Thanks, dude.
Thank you.
He wasn't the weak link. You were, Eric.
I was the weak.
You were the weak link, dude.
All right, so kick us off, man. What do we got on the docket?
So today's Shady Theology is about God's name and Jesus' name. People we made fun of like Daddy God and calling God Abba and stuff like that.
Papa.
Papi. And making a big deal out of like knowing God intimately, but there's also this other side of that, and it's people who find out a little bit of factual information about where God's name came from.
No, they get a hold of like a Jewish history book.
And now they're experts.
Yes.
And you have to say, Yahweh.
Yahweh. Brother, I'm not a part of the church. I am a part of God's ecclesia.
I worship Jehovah.
I worship Jehovah, Yahweh, or if I'm Perry Stone, Yud-Hey Vav-Hey.
And then also, it's not only the name of God the Father, but Jesus as well. Some people will be like, you call him Jesus? I'll call him Yeshua.
Yeshua.
Or Yeshua, which sounds kind of like a sneeze.
You're sneezing, yes.
Yeah.
I thought his name was Howard.
Howard. Yes.
Howard.
No, that's the
name?
duck.
Oh.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I've come across these people too. They're well intentioned, right? Like
sure.
They think, but what they're doing is first off, if you want to go Jewish roots, it's my understanding that the Jewish people don't actually say the name of God.
That's right.
What is it? The Tetragrammaton?
Yeah, the Tetragrammaton is YHWH, and it's what's translated "I am."
Yes.
When Moses is called to deliver the people of Israel.
So when you see, specifically if you have like an NASB Bible, or there's a few other translations that do this, in the Old Testament, you'll see the word Lord used, and it's usually
in all caps.
But smaller.
Yeah.
And what that is the Tetragrammaton.
Yeah.
That is the YHWH.
That's correct.
Characters from the Hebrew language.
That's right. Now, what has happened is because there are no vowels, people have added vowels in there, and that's where we get the pronunciation of Yahweh.
Yeah, it's just the consonants.
But we don't actually know how they pronounced it.
How do you have a language without consonants, by the way? Are you just
Without vowels?
Or without consonants. Without vowels. I just reset like that, Jamie.
Well, and here's the thing, Jehovah is the same word as Yahweh.
Yeah.
It's just Latinized, and it's given different vowels.
Mm-hmm.
And so Yahweh, Jehovah, I am, it's all the same proper name for God the Father.
Yeah.
When he told Moses. Interestingly, Jesus in the New Testament, he says before Abraham was, I am. And the Jewish listeners like freaked out, like they picked up stones to kill him because they knew what he was saying.
Yeah.
He wasn't just saying I am. He was saying, I am God.
So let me ask you this: are the proper names of God important? Is that something that are those people doing it right? Are they doing it wrong? Like what should we call God?
So interestingly, well, you should just call on him, right? I mean, we have that silly phrase, I don't care what you call me, just don't call me late for dinner.
Yeah.
But in reality, Garrett, what?
No.
Okay. So in reality, though, that is really kind of how God views his name. He has multiple names. We have Jehovah Rapha, right? We have
Jehovah Rapha.
Which the God that heals. Like we have all these different Jehovahs.
Jehovah Nisi.
Is that the banner one?
Lord, you reign in victory, Jehovah.
Yeah. No, you're doing great. No, this is good.
Shalom.
Yeah, Jehovah, God is our peace.
My Prince of Peace.
We could sing Jehovah Jireh.
Jehovah Jireh, my provider.
Jehovah Jireh.
When I was a kid, by the way, I used to sing Jump Over Jireh.
Jump over Jireh.
I thought we were playing leapfrog.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah. So if God were very concerned about one particular name he wanted to be addressed by, he wouldn't have given us all these names to call him, right? So he's more interested that you call on his name. Also, in Hebrew culture, the name wasn't just how to identify someone, it identified their role.
Yeah.
And that's why he has so many names, because he has so many roles in our life, right?
Yeah.
So that's God the Father. Also, though, Jesus, we call Jesus, obviously, but some people will say, well, it's Yeshua or Yeshua, or there are other alternatives and versions. And the reason is because Jesus...
Or the Passion Translation, I think, refers to Jesus as your boyfriend.
True. Yeah. And the reason is because they spoke Aramaic. They were aware of Hebrew, but then they also spoke Greek because Jesus is reading from the Greek version of the Old Testament. When he quotes the Old Testament in the Gospels, he's quoting the Greek version of the Old Testament.
Yeah.
And so it's very convoluted because we're dealing with multiple languages. So here's how we get Jesus.
Is that the Textus Inspectus?
The Textus Inspectus?
Yeah.
Textus Receptus.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
That's one of the manuscripts that they used to translate the King James from. So here's how we get Jesus. It is Yeshua, which is Joshua, what we would say Joshua.
But how lame would that be to call in Josh's name? It's like I know some
I
Josh.
worship you, Joshua.
Yeah, it would just be weird saying thank Josh.
Thank Josh.
Thank you, Josh.
It doesn't have the same ring to it.
It just doesn't.
What if people are cursing? They're like, Josh, Joshua.
Trust in Josh.
Yeah, trust in Josh.
But it is the Hebrew name. What we translated into English, it would be Joshua, but it's Yeshua. In Greek, it's Iesus. And then we translate from Greek into English, Jesus. Yeah. So Jesus is 3 languages deep. And what's even funny is they probably didn't even call Jesus Yeshua or Iesus. They probably called him Aramaic, which is the language of the day, which is probably just Yesu.
I call him my main man,
J-Dog.
J-Dog. I had a friend in high school that said he didn't worship Jesus, that he worshiped cheeses.
Yeah.
Like cheeses, with cheese.
I used to have a blog called Have You Received Cheeses as Your Personal Flavor?
Yeah, I agree.
It didn't go very far.
I don't think it did either. I've never heard of it.
I understand.
Yeah. No, but I can see, I think there is, you talked about a name being a job description.
Yeah.
Often, we Jesus Christ, even that, Christ is not Jesus's last name. It's his job description. Christ it means Messiah.
Really?
It means Savior.
So Mary and Joseph Christ didn't have Jesus?
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing. It was all a coincidence. I mean, go figure.
Wow.
But yeah, it shows job descriptions, the role of God.
Dude, Christ. I'm thinking of names with Christ as could you imagine if you met a dude named Chuck Christ?
Chuck Christ. Well, there was that Republican guy, John Christ.
Yeah. Or no, Charlie Crist.
Charlie
Crist.
John Crist is the comedian. Yeah, Charlie Crist. I always thought that was weird. I didn't vote for Charlie Crist because I thought it was blasphemous. But
is his middle initial H?
Charlie Crist.
Charlie H. Crist.
What is Charlie Christ? You just had to worship some dude named Charlie. That'd be so devastating. Speaking of that, let's just go ahead and be real. Is there a name, excuse us listeners if you're named this, is there a name you just can't jive behind because you've had a super poor experience with someone named that name? Or can we even say that on air?
Maybe Beef.
Beef. Can't even say the name Beef.
I'd rather not go there.
In Beef's name.
In Beef's name.
Yeah, Jamie's a pretty hard one for me. I have a lot of bad associations.
Oh, I'm
with
so sorry.
Oh, it's not you.
I apologize.
It's him.
There was, I'm not going to say her name on the podcast, but there was a lady who used to go to our church.
Veronica.
No. That's only 14,000 more guesses until you get her. And one time our youngest son, he used her name as a cuss word. And it's like if it were Eric Robertson, he stubbed his toe. Was like, Eric Robertson. I was like, what?
Oh, that's great.
Very funny.
So what do we do with the name?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. There's nothing wrong with calling Jesus Jesus. There's nothing wrong with calling Jesus Yeshua. The key is to call on his name, and that doesn't just mean knowing the proper English name for it, or the Hebrew name, or the Aramaic name, or the Greek name. It means that we reach out to him, that we place our trust in him, that we rely on him, that we cling to him, and that's what it means. Even if we say, tacking on "in Jesus' name, Amen" to the end of our prayers is not actually praying in Jesus' name. Someone's name is their identity and their authority. Mm-hmm. And so you can pray for something really stupid and say in Jesus' name, and it wasn't in Jesus' name.
Yeah.
Because it would have to be according to his will and his way.
Yeah, it's in the authority of this name that I'm praying.
That's right.
And what it represents.
It's like if a policeman were to say, stop in the name of the law.
Yeah.
Right? It's not the name of the law, it's in the authority of the law that we're asking you to stop, or telling you to stop
in the name of love?
Well, before you break my heart.
Yeah.
Stop.
What in the Trump is going on? See, I like this. I like replacing curse words with names.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it too. I'm going to start using Eric and beef all the time.
It smells like straight Eric in here right now.
Right. Stop beefing around.
Ring, ding, 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 ding. You are in for a treat.
Oh, no.
This is because it's not often that I get an opportunity to hear some really golden stories of the time before Jamie was perfect. Now he's just a perfect little princess.
A perfect
You
little
should
blob.
see his skin right now. His skin is golden.
Dewy.
It's glistening.
Dewy.
Dude, his calves,
Dewy skin.
the calves of gods. But there was a time before that. And now that we have College Buddy Beef here, I feel like this would be a great way to get some embarrassing information out of all of us, really. And I'm definitely going to start here. But this is a new segment called
Ooh, new segment.
Let's Be Honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's ready? Wow. There was one guy on there just like, it sounded like he was getting murdered. So this is Let's Be Honest. And what we're going to do is I'm going to come up with a question or to ask. And we just have to be completely honest about it. So the question is, what is your most embarrassing moment? And the cool thing about this is you guys get to hold each other accountable to see if it really actually happened the way that the person is saying it. So this is gonna be fun. This is really ain't about me, it's about y'all, but I'll start. And like with any good story that I start off with, it takes place in a bathroom. So I was 14 years old. And I was at the Governor Square Mall in Tallahassee. They all know. And this is back during like mall prime. It's busy. A lot of people are there.
Golden years
of the mall. And I'm shopping. And nature calls. Got to go number dose. And so I'm walking around this department store. I believe it was Dillard's. It was Dillard's or JCPenney. I think it was Dillard's. Anyways, I see the bathroom and I'm not paying attention. I just got to go. And so I'm literally running to the bathroom and I go in the bathroom and I'm doing my thing. And all of a sudden I hear the bathroom door open and someone walks in and they sit down next to me. And I look down and I see dainty little female ankles. And then it hits me. I am currently disrespecting the women's restroom at this place. Not only that, the mall is busy. And so here I am, I'm finished with my business, but I'm looking for an opportunity to get out. I have to sit in the stall for an additional 20 minutes. And once I've got like lady ankles on my left and my right, they're looking at me, they see these like hairy calves with like Nike Shocks on. It's definitely a dude.
They just thought you were a vegetarian.
Or a masculine woman. I thought I was a vegetarian. Why? And so anyways, I ended up having to wait 20 minutes to where basically the stalls were full and I just had to run out of the bathroom.
Wow.
And
you didn't wash your hands?
No, I didn't wash my hands or do much else. So I had to go to the other restroom, the men's restroom. And so now, like a compulsion, I have to stare at the gender sign before I go into a bathroom, and I have to see urinals.
That's funny.
And so now any bathroom I go into in public, I take a good long look at the sign next to it, and I look for a urinal. And I've been psyched out before where there hasn't been a urinal, and I go back out and I look again and then go back in. So that was my most embarrassing moment. That caused a lot of trauma.
That's funny. You know, some restaurants now have they're getting cute.
Yeah.
With their restrooms, and they have like just pictures.
A picture of a triangle.
Yeah.
You're like, what do I do with this? It's like a triangle and an octagon.
This looks like a bullseye to me.
Yeah. It's what do I do with this? And then and then the family restrooms too. I've taken advantage of a few family restrooms before.
Taking advantage of
Yeah, I took advantage of them.
Trashed those things.
Yeah, dude. I made it look like a homeless encampment in there.
Oh, man. That's pretty good.
Something about going to Target just gets the old bowels moving. So, anyways, going on to you, Beef. What's your most embarrassing moment?
Well, there's several.
Yeah.
But one in particular, a friend of ours, Jamie, knows her. we were living in the same apartment complex. We went to church together. We spent a lot of time together just as friends. And she asked me if I wanted to go to the movies one day.
Ooh, making her move.
That's what I thought. And I really didn't want to go to the movies. I didn't want to go on a date with her.
Beef throwing down that au jus on this girl.
No.
trying to throw down a little au jus.
Not at all.
How are you?
And so she's like, hey, do you want to go to the movies? I really didn't want to go to the movies. I was tired, or I didn't want to go on a date with her. I don't remember exactly my...
Maybe Jeopardy was on, and you're like, that's at the same time as my boy Alec.
Maybe. And so I blurted out that she had wide shoulders.
Oh, no.
Like, she didn't want to... Like, we wouldn't want to sit next to each other. I'm a big guy.
Yeah.
She was kind of a big girl. And I blurted it out because I have problems with that sometimes, or used to, and completely offended her and embarrassed myself.
No, she was offended.
So basically, you told her, "Hey, I don't want to go to the movies with you.
You have big shoulders.
You wouldn't enjoy it. You have big shoulders."
Yeah, he was shocked she'd fit in the seat.
Yeah. So basically, you're not going to fit in the seat. I'm uncomfortable. You're probably going to be.
That's the best turn down I've ever heard in my life.
How did she take it?
Not well.
Oh, dude. Of course not.
Unsurprisingly.
Bro.
And now I never live it down.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anytime it gets brought up.
She came looking for that au jus. You gave her that hot sauce, dog.
Yeah. You gave her that ground beef.
Ground beef.
I gave her the Heisman pose. I was like, nope.
Was that like the end of your interactions with her forever, or did y'all have to talk again after that?
We still hung out occasionally after that.
But only in
Talk about a strained relationship.
Extra wide seats.
Thankfully, there's grace.
Did she ever look at you like, how do my shoulders fit now?
Probably.
Oh, gosh.
He's repressed all the memories.
That's rough.
That is rough, man. Hey, listener, look, if you need to turn down someone who wants to go to the movies with you, do not, I repeat, do not say, hey, I'm surprised you would want to go because I don't think you fit in the seat.
Hey,
don't do it.
You have disproportionate nostrils. I don't think you would really enjoy that restaurant. You got a lazy eye.
Yeah.
It'd be hard for me to look at you.
Wow.
Yeah, if you ever need advice on what not to do, come see me.
There you go.
I've probably done it.
Way to redeem that. Jamie, what about you, man?
Most embarrassing moment? I think that would be I was working from home where we live in Georgia now, but I used to live in Birmingham, Alabama, and I would go back occasionally to Birmingham just for different things to do with work. And this particular weekend, they had all the remote workers, the telecommuters come in, and we just hung out, had dinner. It was kind of like one of those team building things. And so we went to go bowling together.
Okay.
And I am an okay bowler. I'm not a good bowler. I'm not a bad bowler. I'm just right there in the middle. I'll usually hit around like 100 plus. It's 3 digits usually. I'm usually not below that.
3-digit bowler?
Yeah.
Solid 3-digit bowler?
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah. And so I'm being a goofball, goofing around and stuff, and I'm doing granny shots, right? I'm doing, all kinds of stuff between the legs and so one time I decided to be serious, and I was trying to actually bowl like a good turn, and I stepped over the line. I slipped on the oil on the lane.
Was it a P. Diddy bowling alley?
And I flipped up. It was just like out of something you'd see on Fail Army. I flipped up in the air and landed straight on my back, right, and it was right in front of my entire work group.
Oh, geez.
Everyone saw it, and it was like that awkward silence where everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, is he okay?"
Yeah.
And then so I started doing a snow angel in the oil.
Oh God,
because you have to, right? You have to own it. You can't act like you're hurt, although it did hurt.
Your boss is like, Nunley, get up, man.
Yeah. So I got up and shook it off, and everyone was patting me on the back like, "Hey, you okay, man?
Dude,
it's all right."
Yeah.
But dude, the rest of the night, I can't think of anything else. Right? I'm just like, what an idiot!
What a loser!
Falling down like that in front of this whole group of like 15 in my immediate work group, and
dude, how I view falling now versus a while ago is so different. Because like as kids, like you see someone scorpion, and you're like, like when you see an adult fall, you're like, oh gosh, falling is different after 30.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, man, it doesn't, you don't bounce back like you used to.
And isn't it funny? The first thing people always say when someone falls is, "Are you okay?" No.
Of course I'm
they
not okay.
fell.
I hate when people do that when, like you're choking on your own spit and you're like, I'm going to live, but I need some time to work this out. Quit talking to me.
Yeah, don't make eye contact with me while I'm hacking up
Let
some
me
food.
lick my wounds in peace. Work this out. I'll be back. I don't need you checking on me.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
True friends check on you, then laugh at you.
Yeah.
Yes.
True friends tell you when you have a bogey.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
The old bogue.
The old bogester.
That's how you know.
Little nose candy.
It's never not embarrassing, though. Even when you have like a friend. Like, dude, the other day my wife told me my breath stunk.
Yeah.
I still remember it.
I mean, she loves you.
I'm taking it with me. I'm like, dang, I'm stinky breath guy.
I have gone up to someone before with a mint and been like, you might want to consider taking one of these.
Oh, God. See, that's a bad way to
Was
do
it
it.
a testament?
Oh,
New Testament.
Testament. There's a Christian mint. Nice. All right, this next segment is brought to you by Beef Broad Shoulder. Is that your last name?
It is now.
Beefy Broad Shoulders.
Add that to the list of nicknames.
All right, so this last segment is one of my personal favorites. It's called Eric's Edumakation. This is where Eric, who is still in school, learning, doing all that awesome learning, gets to give us for free what he's paying a bunch of money for. So,
Yes.
Eric, tell us, educate us a little bit, my friend.
So today we're going to be learning about the intertestamental Maccabean period and the wars, the subsequent wars that took place.
Yes.
So,
Very
anyways, I actually just am finishing up with a really interesting class. It's actually the principles of teaching. So it's a class.
So the people who are who are the head of the school, the principals?
No. I just got that. Okay.
Did you get that?
But yeah,
Principal?
Okay. Yeah, principals. The principles of teaching and Christian education. And I thought it was going to be a snooze fest, but it was actually really cool because it was a class that broke down what does it take? What are the aspects of getting someone to know something?
It is a snooze fest.
Yeah, it's a snooze fest. Not really. But anyways, so like, what does it take to give someone a piece of information that is going to change their life? Because that's the goal of preaching. It's a goal of teaching. It's a goal of Christian education, not just to impart information to somebody, but to do it in a way that is engaging and that is actually going to change a part of or aspect of their life.
Yeah.
And so taking this class, it's made me super critical of a lot of the sermons and stuff that I've been listening to.
Oh, my sermons, you mean?
Yours in particular. No, I'll actually give you great credit because me and my wife talk about this all the time.
Extra credit?
Extra credit for this. You get a cookie. You get a gold star. So when me and my wife, we especially my wife, grew up in a traditional Pentecostal church where you just get screamed at. Like, his name is Jehovah Jireh. His name is Jehovah Rapha. Right, and you're just going, and you're like, I don't know what that means, but it made me feel funny.
Feel a little tingle.
felt funny when I left, and you don't really.
Never mind.
You really don't have an understanding of the sermon after that. But one of the things that really planted me and Sierra in this church originally was you were doing a series. I even remember the series called Flag on the Play.
Oh, yeah.
Where you were talking about certain things that Christians do, like behaviorally, that would be considered like, hey, that's a flag on the play. You need to address that.
I took like double dribble in basketball or delay of game or offsides, and I had like a Christian version of that.
And it was a really great series. And your next series was Christ at the Movies. And so we really didn't. No, I'm just kidding. We've never done that.
That's
here.
an inside joke. So just if you're a pastor listening, I know we have pastors listening.
And you've ever done that, and you've done series, quit.
At the movies, I'm not throwing shade on you. But just for the record, we will never do that at BFC.
Yeah, it just seems like pandering to culture. And
I just don't like it.
Yeah, so today we're going to go over Iron Man 2 and talk about.
And just like there's an energy ball in the middle of Iron Man's suit, the Holy Spirit is our energy ball.
Look, sometimes you got to fight your Ultron. All right, you got to identify the Ultron.
Who is the Pepper Potts in your life?
You got to assemble your team. Look, when you're going to war in prayer, you need to say Avengers assemble. Now, you need to have some brothers and sisters.
And that's why we're the assembly.
Woo! Feeling the Holy Ghost on that. But you get a lot of sermons, and so coming here was a big change up because your style of teaching was very practical. It was very applicable in you did a good job at taking what could be difficult subjects and giving them to the congregation in a way that they could actually, do something with it.
Thank you.
But not all churches, and so I've been specifically critical listening to messages. In the class in particular, just really quick, it talks about the 3 aims of teaching. There's the teaching for knowledge. So the goal of that lesson is to impart knowledge. Then there's inspiration, which is the goal of that is to do something that inspires you, motivates you. But it may or may not have a specific action associated with it. And then there's something called a conduct response, which is a boring way to say practical.
Yeah.
I'm giving you something that you need to do. It needs to be a specific conduct response. And any time that you teach or give a lesson, you need to have one of those 3 in mind, and you need to fulfill the purpose of that message. But what I'm seeing a lot of in the church specifically is we have a tendency towards the inspirational, right? We want to hear sermons that inspire us and make us feel good and give us the willies. The willies and the jimmies and the jills.
The wet willies.
Lord, give me the bobbies. I want to feel the bobbies in
the
my
Holy
soul.
Ghost gave me a wet willy during today's sermon.
The jimmies and the joes?
With some of our circles, that would probably be something I would hear. The Lord just gave me a wet willy today, But anyways, like they want, and which is good to be motivated. The world is like so negative. In fact, I was reading a stat recently that we have like around anywhere from 15 to 60,000 thoughts a day, depending on what you do. And of those, close to 70% of them are negative thoughts. 95% of them are repeated.
Oh, wow.
And so, like, I can see where someone who is repeatedly thinking negatively needs some sort of inspiration, but it's not the inspiration that's going to get you out of that negativity. It's going to be some sort of practical application.
Inspiration to what?
Exactly. It's like, I'm all jazzed up to go back in my car and eat at a Mexican restaurant after church.
I'm all hopped up on Mountain Dew.
So yeah, so what is the state, in your perspective, Jamie, what is the state of preaching and teaching in the church today?
Yeah, so wow, big question. So I think you're right. I love those 3 things. You said inspiration,
knowledge, and then response.
So information, inspiration, and I would say application.
Oh, there's the pastor.
Oh, there he is.
There.
3 points.
3 points and a poem. Yeah, so I've found that people either, like you said, err on the side of inspiration, which inspiration is good, but it can't only be, church is not a pep rally, right? But it also can't only be information. There are other churches
Presbyterians.
Well, for real, there are people that, and I'm actually involved right now on a Facebook argument with friends about, information versus, they're talking about expository versus topical teaching. And I'm a fan of topical. But information is important. Like, you've got to have the right information. Inspiration is important. But dude, I think what's missing from most churches is application. Like, don't just tell me what to do. Tell me how to do it.
How to live.
Yeah.
People want to know, how do I live?
Right. Like, I believe Jesus is the Christ. So what now?
Well, it's Eugene Peterson has this quote that I quote every month, and I'm
sure he's proud.
Oh, he is. He's passed away, Jamie.
I know. He's proud in heaven.
Anyways, we often quote scripture, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Right? And what we have this expectation to live the Jesus life, but we're inundated with the truth, the Jesus truth. Like, I think we're pretty good at truth.
Yeah.
I think we have a problem with truth, honestly, and that's where we're getting all these weird, strange, unique interpretations from Scripture, because we've trained ourselves to view the Bible and faith by trying to find some sort of unique take on something.
Yeah.
But you can't have the Jesus life without the truth and the way.
Right, the Jesus way.
We need to train people how to live.
Right.
And you'll find this, like, in listeners, if you're connected to a church, that does this, you know what I'm talking about. You go to this church and you actually learn ways to change and adjust your life, and that's how you experience the life of God.
Yeah.
You see people, and as I've been in ministry for 12 years, and you longer, and you've seen this, and Beef, you've seen this too. People that they've been at church for years, but it's a broken record.
Yeah.
It's like they're always having problems in
No
their
growth,
marriage.
no change.
They're always having problems at work. They're always struggling with their finances. They're just always struggling. And that's not the God kind of life. Did you know, listeners, did you know that? God didn't promise you, there's going to be trial and tribulation, but you're not called to live this life of spiraling downward the whole way until you finally get to heaven.
Right.
Jesus gave us a way of life, specific principles that are outlined in the Sermon on the Mount, that if you live this way, you model your life after this, you will experience the God kind of life.
That's right.
The Zoe life.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Jesus didn't do those things like prayer and fasting, all those things, so that we didn't have to do them.
Right.
We apply principles of the cross, which is Jesus died so that we wouldn't have to. We apply that to his entire life. Jesus lived to show you the way of life.
Right. Right.
Live that way.
Right. He's the way.
Pray.
He's not just the truth. He's the
Fast.
way. Yeah.
Live in simplicity. Don't yell at your spouse all the time. Be humble.
Oh, really? Is that one?
Yeah.
Oh,
well, it's my
dang.
anniversary, so I had to keep that in front of me.
Gotcha.
I'm ready to get saved now.
Oh, yeah.
Here, pray this after me. Well, no, you're exactly right. And I think this is the truth of it. I think the problem is as pastors, preachers, teachers, leaders in the church, one Sunday morning service per week, especially if it's only attended maybe once or twice, 3 times a month by the attendee, can't do all those things. And so the way that we've set it up is if Sunday morning is inspiration, Sunday night is information, and Wednesday night is application.
Yeah.
So our 3 main things that we do, Sunday morning church, Sunday night VFCU, Wednesday night life groups, those, if you do all 3 of those, you're going to get information, inspiration, and application. But if someone only comes on Sunday morning, we're going to do our best, but you just can't get the totality of who Christ is, of what you need in order to grow spiritually. You'll get some of it, but it'll just be a little bit at a time, and your growth is slow.
The church is no longer the center of life.
That's right.
It used to be for thousands of years. I mean, even before the creation of the United States of America, during the first few hundred years, really up until the last 100, the church was the center of life for a Christian.
The center of community.
The center of community. It was, they call it the third place, you know.
Your social structure.
It's your social structure. It's where you met people. It's where you married.
It's your dating pool. It's where you ask people to movies if they didn't have big shoulders.
If they didn't have broad shoulders, you know. Right. And we now we have small groups for broad-shouldered people. And
broads.
Broads. We call it broads. Is that why they're called that? No. So yeah, it used to be the center of life, and now it no longer is. And so you have people who genuinely want to follow Jesus, but they spend more time watching the NFL, Sunday games. Yeah, they've got the NFL ticket. Or golly, the cult of youth sports, travel teams. I mean, I didn't travel to nothing when I was a kid, dude. I traveled to Red Lobster for my birthday. Now you got kids like, yeah, we're getting on a flight to Miami. Old Jimmy's got a travel T-ball tournament down there. He's a D1 prospect. He's 7. Cussed out his mom the other day. I don't know where he got that from.
Who knows?
But yeah, it's the church used to be the center of life, and that's where all of this took place. Churches have figured out that inspiration is a great way to fill the seats on Sunday morning,
and so they overemphasize that.
Right. And again, it's not a bad thing.
And then as a way to blow back against that is it's all information, right? It's all teaching, and we got to teach. We got to teach, and teach. But the truth, if it's not received, doesn't make a difference.
Well, it's how the old adage goes. I want to know what love is, and I want you to show me.
I want to know what love is.
So yeah, but that's Eric's Edumakation. I've been studying the nature of teaching and using that to kind of look at our community, but also other communities. And I've noticed some things, and I'm like, I don't know if this is a good thing.
Yeah, sure. No, that's really good. Well, hey, Sermonauts, look, whether you're a church leader or whether you're a church attender, be intentional. Ask yourself, how am I doing when it comes to biblical information? How am I doing when it comes to spiritual inspiration? And then lastly, am I applying what I've learned to my life? And do I look different than I did a few years ago? And that's how you'll know. Peter said to examine yourself. And that's how you know if you're growing in Christ.
Brother, I stand in front of the mirror every morning after my shower, and I examine myself, and I say, I like what I see in the mirror.
Wow.
So, Beef, this is your president, Donald Trump speaking. How did you think the greatest podcast ever?
Some are saying it's the greatest ever.
Some are saying, actually, under my administration, it was better. Even though it didn't exist before my administration, like a lot of things that I've claimed. But...
Mr. President, it was great.
Actually, I should have did Sling Blade. That's what I... Let's go back. Do your rewind.
Garrett. How'd you like our podcast? Some call it a pitcast. I call it a podcast. How'd you like it?
It was great.
It's good. Did you like French fried taters?
I do love me some French fried taters.
My favorite thing to do is sit down with some French fried taters and watch some Oprah Winfrey reruns. Along with Not the Sermon.
So what was it like, Beef? What was it like being on the podcast? Being behind the scenes, seeing how the sausage is made?
We do, in fact, wear pants.
Yeah. Eric's wearing pants today. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
No, it's great. I loved it. If you ever want me back, I'm more than happy to.
We don't.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine too.
Listeners, when you hear this, if you like beef on the podcast, do a hashtag we want beef.
Or where's the beef?
Where's the beef? Yes, there it is. Hashtag where's the beef.
Nice.
So cool. It's been a fun episode. I enjoyed having you on, man. It's always good.
Thank you for having me. In all honesty, thank you for having me.
Awesome. Well, cool. Sermonauts, we love you guys. Be sure to share this and rate and review all that good stuff that everyone always says at the end of everything.
Yes.
And thanks for listening to
Not the Sermon.
Thanks for listening. This podcast is a production of Victory Fellowship Church in Thomasville, Georgia. Eric and Jamie can be reached at emailing notthesermon@gmail.com.
Father to the fatherless, defender of the little kids, gracious and compassionate.